This is Unlocked Art, Layered Landscape. For this activity you will need a pair of scissors, some glue, pencil, and 4 pieces of colored paper. You're going to start by choosing one color for the sky. It doesn't have to be blue, you can have your sky any color you want. Then you're going to have, for the background, you're going to need mountains. I've decided to make my mountains brown. Then for the middle ground, I'm going to make some nature, some greenery. And then in the foreground, I'm going to have buildings. So first I'm going to put down my sky. Then I'm going to put down my mountains, and I'm going to start drawing just the tops of my mountains. Any shape will do. And now I'm going to cut it out. Your mountains can also, you don't have to stick to naturalistic colors for this. You can use any colors you like. Any offcuts you need, put them aside and use them for another project. You might even want to use them for this project in another area. I'll show you now. Okay, now I'm going to make my middle ground using the greenery, and I want to have a bit of texture. So the best way to make texture with paper is just to crumple it up. And now there I've already got shades and shadows without having actually done anything. And I also want to have a nice jagged edge so it looks a bit more natural, which is why I've decided to tear it. Okay, so there is my green. I might think, oh wait a minute, I want this to be a bit more, so I can just do that. Okay, now I'm going to do my sky. Not my sky, my now I'm going to do my buildings. So this is just simply rooftops of a city. You could have different shapes. It doesn't all have to be normal rectangular shapes. I've just decided for the sake of this to keep mine rectangular, but buildings can come in all shapes and sizes. And it's always good to have variety. As you see, as I cut it, I like to turn the page. That just helps me to cut in a smoother way. I actually keep my scissor still though as I'm cutting. I turn my page around my scissor. And there we go. There I've got my city. I might decide I want to change a few things. Maybe I want to make it a bit lower. Right, so now I'm going to paste them. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down. Now here's the trick. I don't have to paste it exactly on like that. I might decide I want to move it a bit lower down, which is fine, because now I've got more sky. Now I'm going to paste my greenery. Again, I don't have to paste it exactly at the bottom. I may paste it lower. I actually like this to be exactly on the bottom edge, so it's staying there. What's nice about having another piece is I can paste it and then have even more texture. And now, so I'm pasting that there just to create a bit more texture. Now I'm going to paste my city. Now before I put it down, I'm going to move it around until I'm happy with the size of it. If you look here, look at what's shining behind it. You can actually see, I like that where it's peeping up from behind the mountain and the greenery. So I'm going to paste it like that so that it's overlapping like that. And that is how you make a layered landscape. But this is just the beginning. Now I can go ahead and I can add windows and billboards, and I can have a street with some cars, and birds in the sky, some clouds. I can cut them out of paper, or I can draw them on, or I can cut out pictures from magazines. I can cut out a bird and stick it there, and I can cut out a tree and stick it there. Or I can simply go completely abstract and not do anything in particular, but just add strips of colored paper in different ways that makes it look interesting. Right, now if you look here, I've got two different shades of blue, one slightly lighter than the other. I've got purple for my mountains, that's a light lilac, and here we've got a slightly darker purple. And then I've also got the offcuts, because here I've got the offcut from that one, and then here I've got the offcut from the other one. So I can layer these quite well. Then I've got different shades of green. So here I can do different layers, like that. And again, I've got the offcuts. And I can add, if I add, the more layered I have, the more texture I can get. Okay, so maybe I might want to do this. Who knows? Then I've got city, skylines. You can actually see there's two different ones, and it's quite nice when there's a bit of it. It's quite harmonious when there's a bit of a reflection or a shadow showing behind each other. And here you can see this is the offcut from above, from the front of that, right? But what if I were to take it and put it upside down? Wouldn't that look interesting? So you can play around with this, and then you can paste it all together and finish it off any way you wish.